Vague refers to something that is unclear or imprecise in its meaning or intention. Inconsistent, on the other hand, refers to something that does not remain the same or is not uniform in its behavior or quality.
Wait, hang on. I can't. I only have one hand, so.
Konnichiwa. Oh, wait. It's morning.
Konnichiwa.
Ohayou gozaimasu.
See.
So, we are filming this internationally.
Yeah, I think this is our first remote broadcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
That would be facts.
Yep. You'll notice Duke's background is different because he is in tomorrow. It's Monday where he's at, Monday morning.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out how to get this little shade up, or else I would show you kind of what's behind me.
Chilling in the house.
Jack dropped his ice cream.
No,
spoon anyway. Just a spoon? No, this guy.
Just a knife.
He's all like, I'm getting prepared to watch Last of Us Season 2, so I'm going to get a knife to eat with.
Just a quick side note. I do have Japanese
yeah.
Mountain Dew, so we're going to try that during the pod.
Oh, have you tried it yet?
Nope, this will be the first time.
I wonder if the caffeine quotient is the same. I heard it pop.
I heard it. I heard it.
You know what the nice thing is? I can't read any of it, so none of it's bad for me.
That's how I understand the rules.
If you can't read it, it's not bad for you, so it's good.
Sweet.
Okay.
Papa like?
I approve. Yeah.
You taste it. Is there a difference?
Yeah.
Pepsi difference.
Yeah, there's definitely a difference. There's hardly any aftertaste at all. The flavors it's actually really like American Mountain Dew is like kind of like there's one taste and that's all you get the whole time. This feels like it's different. It's different flavors.
A spectrum of flavor.
Yes. So I approve. I'm on board.
Huh.
Good
now
job,
you're gonna have
Japanese
to do
people.
your Papa Go app and translate it and be like, this just has water and sugar in it. Crazy.
Yeah.
Where's the polycarbosorbate yellow number 5?
Yeah, I think that's a lot of it, is that not all that stuff is out of it, so. Nope, I approve. But no, I am, we are in Kobe right now, so I am international today.
Are you getting beef?
That was 2 days ago, and it was very, very expensive, but also totally worth it.
You got beef? Who'd you fight with? Dude had beef 2 days ago.
You're supposed to wait for us. We'll handle the beef.
Here's the thing: you don't have beef with people in Japan. You don't have beef with people in Japan because they're too nice. So you just go like, okay, like go on. Like
what happened to Lou was going to be the one getting in a fight,
right?
You know what, Lou? I've been here almost a week, and I'll say it will take you a lot to get into a fight with someone.
Probably, because if they bump into somebody or throw a plastic bottle, they'll probably be all apologetic and just bowing down the whole time.
Yep. It'll be their fault that you threw a water bottle at them.
Yep, it would be, and I'm really like, all right, I can't fight with that person. They're so polite about it. Oh my god!
No, I mean I've been here since last Wednesday, so we're creeping up on a week right now. Be a couple days before I see you mugs in person. So
3 more days.
Yeah.
So
the trick to me,
go ahead.
The trick that I found, at least for me, was just staying up for the most part. I dozed on the first plane, stayed awake for the most part on the second plane. I'm glad it was only 2 planes. Nothing.
If you're up for 11 hours, I mean, you didn't watch anything?
No, I watched Rogue One and I watched A New Hope.
Okay.
So on the second flight, I when I got on the plane, it was 1 p.m. Hawaiian time, because I flew from Portland to Honolulu and then had a 2-hour layover, and then from Honolulu to Tokyo to Haneda. And when I first got on the plane, there was the Twins were playing, so I watched baseball. So then I was able to. It was nice because I was able to doze and not really feel like I was missing out on a bunch of stuff.
I mean, it's baseball.
And then...
and the Twins at that, so it's like the Twins were there. I'm not sure baseball was played.
Although, did you see what happened to the Dodgers? They got stomped, dude.
Says the guy who's a Dodgers fan and lost 16-0 at home. But
it was for like the first time in franchise history or some shit.
Well, it was the record. They've been shut out at home before. That was the largest shutout loss. Anyhow,
yay sports.
So yeah. So then after the game was over, I was like, well, I still have 6 hours to kill or whatever. So I ended up watching Rogue One. And then after that, I was like, well, I mean, we're here. Might as well watch A New Hope. So
definitely support that.
And that got me till about 15 minutes before we landed. So I figured it was perfect timing.
How was Customs? You had your QR code?
Oh, my God.
Breeze through?
I mean, no. It was, I think part of the problem was that I showed up like at rush hour. And according to my friend Travis, who lives here, he said something like 15 or 20 flights all landed at the same time that were all international. And so it took me probably an hour and a half to get through customs. And 95% of that was just in the cattle call line. Like once I actually got to like the front of the line, it was maybe 20 minutes. The QR code helped out a lot.
Was somebody stealing my bag and shit?
No, I mean it was crazy. Like they have like a half a dozen. So you're gonna, are you guys flying into Haneda?
No, we're flying out of Haneda. No, we're flying into Narita.
Yeah.
Okay. So and I'm guessing they're probably going to be kind of similar. So when you get to the front, you're going to go through like this queue where this guy's going to point you into a direction. Once you get through, you're going to walk up, give the guy your passport, do your index fingers on the screen, have it take a picture of you, which looks amazing after you've been on the plane for 19 hours. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you want my index fingers? Here you go. There you go. So then after that, then you get your bag. Then you go through the process again, but this time you're just to get a kiosk, and then they check your QR code and
hold on
again.
Hang on, back up. You get to that first group, sure. Then you get your bag.
Yeah. So you go through the first. Okay. You go through the first time and actually interact with a live person. And they check you out and make sure, stamp your card or stamp your passport, the whole 9 yards.
Make sure you're not black.
And then you go and get your bag. And then once you get your bag, then you go to like a kiosk. It's like a final checkout. And I'm not too sure why it's like that, why you don't just get your bag and do it once, but it's just the way that they have it set up. So then once you go through the kiosk, you basically go through a set of plastic gates. They'll put you in a line, and then you go through, and then you're out. So, the queue sucked. There was a kid right in front of me. Fucking kids, dude. I don't know how you do it, Jack.
Were they coughing all over you? Is that what you got sick?
No, he straight threw up. Straight threw up. We're halfway through the we're halfway through the queue. We're halfway through the queue. We're in the middle of the fucking dead zone where there's no staff, there's nothing, and all of a sudden I see the kid's head jerk, and I'm like, okay, either he's going to throw up or this is where fucking 28 days later begins. And he just goes, ugh! And I'm just like, God damn, I really hope there's no reactionary. All that popped into my head was fucking Stand By Me. And I was just like, God damn it.
It's just a line.
Yeah. And then he did it again like 20 minutes later. And the kid was so embarrassed, and the parents, because everybody in line knew who it was. Because then they were like, who threw up? And they were like, it was him. And I'm like, boy, that he is going to have to go to therapy now, because that kid got scarred just for being sick, like being in line. Well, and what was weird was they were pulling like families out of line to go put them through like a family line, so that way, so just be aware of that, Jack. If there's like, I don't remember what it was titled, but it was like family something. So the way things are phrased here is sometimes is really weird and doesn't make a lot of sense, but if you see something that says like families or something like that, there'll be like a medical emergency. So if you're in a wheelchair or you have some reason that you can't be in the queue for some reason, they have a line for that, and then they have a line for families. So at least for Jack, take a look.
That's cool.
Yeah. Fuck you, Lou.
This is our Manny. He has to come with us.
Our tickets are all bought together, so I'll fall in there.
There you go.
There you go. My stepbrother.
Right?
I'm Uncle Lou.
Man, Hold on, y'all keep going. I gotta check something real quick because I'll show. If it works out, what I'm about to go to my door and get, I'll be showing to everybody else later on because I am bringing it to the trip. Let me go handle this real quick while you guys keep talking about.
Ooh, surprises!
Oh, he's muted the camera and taking his headphones out and everything.
Right? You could have muted yourself, bro.
So,
shit.
So yeah, so then Travis was waiting. So Travis is he works with Ben, who Ben and Jen are the couple that I came with
right
to Japan, and Travis works with Ben, and so Travis was waiting for me at the gate. So met up with him, went and he showed me his little neighborhood. We went to his apartment. He said, "Oh, I got you a futon," and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And we walk into his room, and I'm like, "Where's the futon?" And he's like, "It's in the closet." And I'm like, "How'd you fit a futon in the closet?" Turns out in Japanese, futon means dog bed. So,
did you go around in circles before you lay down?
Yeah, I did. I patted all around. I sniffed his to make sure that I didn't need to mark my territory. But I mean, it was surprisingly comfortable. I mean, but again, it might have been because I was up for almost 24 hours.
Yeah, at that point, a dog bag don't matter.
Yep.
Yeah. So we went and got some food. So we went to a place near his house that had Wagyu beef and a bunch of stuff. And so we did a thing called courses, which is you basically pay like a set amount and they bring out, it basically is like the Korean barbecue. So they have like the grill in front of you. And they brought out all the different raw meats and stuff like that. So, turns out beef tongue's not terrible. I had no idea. So trying to leave myself open to trying things I haven't tried before. So
just ask afterwards. Oh, that was good. What was it? Cock.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, I've had cock before. That was
different.
Kind of cock?
I'm in Colorado. I've even had balls before. So,
but they actually bring out like offal at the end, which is pretty crazy. So it'll be like liver and stomach and stuff like that are not part of the normal.
Actually, that's kind of funny you say that because I was working on the AI episode for next week, right? So one of the times when we asked Duke about the food, he said, "I've had sushi, ramen, some kind of mystery street skewer that was probably octopus, and I have zero regrets. Tintin would chew again."
I'm not saying the street food's what fucked me up, but I think it was more the 17 flights of stairs and almost 40,000 steps in 2 days.
Hell yeah! See, you don't even need your diabetes medicine.
Not even a little bit.
For a couple
not
weeks.
Even a little bit.
So then we went to. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Lou.
No. I was going to make a joke. I was like, metformin, go to hell, because that's what I have.
No shit.
And I'm not bringing it.
Yeah. Yesterday I'll get to it, but I didn't take it yesterday because I was basically in bed all day and didn't eat anything. So I'm like, you know what? I don't want to deal with the fallout of restarting it again, because my understanding is every time you restart it, it's 2 or 3 days in, all of a sudden you got bubble gut like big time. And I'm like, I will deal with that when I get home. I don't want to be
100%.
I don't want to be at Celebration and all of a sudden be like, oh, sorry guys.
I'll see you in an hour.
Sorry, Oscar. Sorry, Oscar Isaac. Oh, sorry, you're not the one person. The one person who had a panel at Celebration is not the one actor who had a panel at Celebration is not even going to be there.
The Boba Fett's are doing it. A panel, sorry. You can go to their panel. One of them is an actor.
Tamura and Daniel. Yeah.
One of them's still an actor.
I'm just trying to picture Duke at that, and that happens. Some issue happens in a panel, and then they do the news. So how was the panel? It was very shitty.
So then Travis took.
Wait, so backing up, you just think it's more of it wasn't like cold or flu, it was exhaustion, like that type of stuff.
I don't know, dude.
Or the exhaustion weaken his immune system to get the cooties.
That's the other side of it too.
Well, so just to rewind a bit. So then Travis took me to his local cowgirl bar. So themed bars are a huge thing here.
Izakaya?
Yes.
Or just a bar?
So, yeah. Well, no, this was a cowboy themed bar. So where he goes all the time, he knows all of the girls who work there and everything. So we went and hung out for a bit, and I got to meet the people that he hangs out with and has talked about in the past and stuff like that. And of course, it's somebody new, so they're all doting and all of that kind of stuff because that's what they do, right?
Yeah,
when somebody new comes in. And also with being with Travis, it was, you're in with somebody who
no,
likes to come in
don't
and
give
spend
him the
money and hang
credit.
out with.
It's the beard, Dean. Come on. Ain't nobody in Japan rocking a beard like that.
Nobody in
That's
Japan
fair.
has that beard, unless you're like some sensei at a kung fu or karate.
Nah, that shit's all Westby.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, at the end of it, Monday after celebration, I'll be able to do that.
Yeah, now you're talking.
And then that was that. So that was Wednesday.
When you got there?
Thursday, we got up early, got breakfast, hopped on the Shinkansen, and rode out to
Bullet train, people. Bullet train. If you didn't know what a Shinkansen is,
so which was actually it was interesting. It was it's definitely fast. Like,
was it a pretty easy process to get to the Shinkansen and board and all that? Pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I mean the nice thing is that a lot of the stations, especially in the big cities, like everything goes through them. So you can go to one station and get on the Shinkansen, or you can get on a local line, or you can get on a bus. Like it's not like you have to go over here to get in the Greyhound bus. You have to go over here to get on this, subway, and you have to go over, like they're different. It's all in one central location.
All the stations are the thing.
Yeah. So the stations are
Shibura Station, all the different stations.
Yeah. So all the larger stations are, there are multiple ways to travel. It's not like the Shinkansen line is its own thing.
Gotcha. It'll show up at a regular train station.
Yeah, there's giant signs all over the place that direct you to where you need to go. So,
if you were by yourself without Travis, do you think you could have made it on your own? Okay.
Eventually, I think.
Okay. All right. Because you're smart and can read.
Yeah. Well, so getting the IC card was pretty straightforward, but one thing I will say is unless you have the JL card. So the JL card, so the Shinkansen has green seats, which are like
the first class seats.
Yeah. Well, so you can get like a JL line card, which will put you on any, which will allow you to get on a multiple different trains, but you won't ever get reserve seating. It'll be whatever's available, right?
Right.
Or you can buy a reserve seat, or there's it's almost like a business class, where you get like kind of your own train. And according to Travis, it's like 2 stories. So a lot of them are just one story. But you get more room. There's less seats, that type of thing. So like I said, it's more, I think of it more of like a business class.
Okay.
So when we went through and got our tickets, we accidentally skipped the part that said, like, when we were clicking through, we clicked just the reserve seat. So then when we tried to go through the line, it errored out because we needed to buy the ticket for the Shinkansen as well. So you have to get like a general ticket, and then on top of that, get your reserve seat. So just something to keep in mind when you're going through the line. The next time we went through it and bought one, it was way more obvious. But the first time through, we were it was like, oh, and then we're trying to go through and it keeps erroring out. And then finally we went and talked to somebody, and they went, oh, go back and you have to get like the pass to get through the gate, basically. So just something to keep in mind, that you want to buy the pass and the seat. Yeah,
that's what I did with mine. When I did mine for after World's Fair, after Expo, that was mine. I went online and it was the package together from Osaka to Tokyo to Shinkansen back, and it was like, okay, I get it now. I got to get and I did the reserve seat as well. I didn't do the green card.
I don't know that
Yeah,
Shinkansen's on our
green card
itinerary.
It was part of, it was part of the reason, like the whole expo, because obviously
Right.
4 years ago when I thought about going 3 years ago, that was on my list to do the World's Fair, and I was like, timing, it's down south. I'm like, well, screw it, take the night bus down there, take the bullet train back, and I can cover all that. I get to try a night bus, I get to try World's Fair, and I get to try bullet train. So still not too late. Actually, what you could do though, Jack, is because I might do this, and we can talk about this all later, but I may take a bullet train again up north because the cherry blossoms have basically already hit bloom, and they're probably petals falling off or going back to green now. But up north, Japan, they're still they're still starting and blooming out there. So maybe on Tuesday, Wednesday, something like that. Wednesday maybe, unless Duke wants to go. Take a bullet train up north a little bit just to see the cherry blossoms.
If we do go up north, that is where Cat Island is.
Just saying. Something to think about. And you get your bullet train fix.
That's true.
It doesn't have to be down to Osaka. We can just go up to Hokkaido area. So thoughts?
We'll see.
To think about.
We'll submit it to the committee.
We'll talk about it while we're waiting in line at Celebration.
Right.
Exactly. No, while you're waiting in line at customs.
Oh, dude, for real. Oh my god.
So, but I've also heard the customs is real quick to get through if you come in at like an off time.
So, a lot of people, it's 50-50 based on the people on the celebration. They're like, yeah, no, I was in and out in like 20 minutes, bro. Oh, just like, I've been here for 2 hours. It fucking sucks.
Exactly. It's like, I was been 2.5 hours. Like, dude, 20 minutes. What are you talking about? So that timing, what time did you land again? Because ours is, we landed at 2:40 in the afternoon. So
you should, I think you'll be a little bit better because I was like right in the heart of
you're the heart rush hour. Dude.
Yeah.
Everybody coming in.
And that's the other thing, dude. That's the other thing, dude. So many fucking people. Like all over, all the time. Just crazy amounts of people. Just all running around. It's like it's like watching ants. And it is because I'm taller than everybody. So, you know.
I was going to ask you about that. I lived there back in, 83 to 86, but I was 10.
Yeah,
so I'm short back then. Yeah. So I don't remember a lot. I remember a lot of it. I just remember like that type of connection. So are you really a giant amongst the people?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
no joke.
I'm a head,
all right.
Yeah. Head taller than most of them, like most people here. So it's really easy to find Travis. Ben's short, and it was really easy to find Ben in a lot of places. So you hear that, Travis? I just slammed Ben on the podcast. What?
Did you guys all get there around the same time? Obviously Travis lives there, but did they get there?
So they Ben and Jen actually came the weekend before because they went to the F1 race.
Oh, that's right.
So there was an F1 race up north, west, and so they came on Friday and did the F1 race, and then went and did what Travis and I are going to go do now. So then we met. So just to go back real quick to the trip. So then Travis and I took the Shinkansen and met Ben and Jen in Hiroshima. There we go. And that was pretty sobering. They have a really nice, I don't want to say nice, but well set up museum. And
no, you're good.
Oh, okay.
I'm just throwing something on the Discord. It's hilarious.
I was gonna say
they have a really nice park and everything, so it's so the whole area was nice, but that's kind of like I made the comment while we were there. I go, it's really weird how this place has like hundreds and hundreds of years of history, right? I mean, the city has been there since,
right?
The city has been there since the 1500s, if not earlier, right? Depending on where you're at. But yet everybody remembers it for this one particular event, right? Like
rightfully so.
Yeah, and everything that they have is all dedicated to that one event. So it's kind of weird where you go to a town and you go and like you expect to see the history, but all the history is wrapped around this one moment in time. So that was kind of like I said, it was sobering, right? Like you go there and you just realize like how fucked up that whole event was, and how all the events that got us to that point. And it actually really didn't even need to happen, but we could.
Sure it
Because
did.
my understanding is that basically Japan was at that point was already ready to surrender or was ready to have peace talks, and
Ready
America was just kind of like, well,
to
fuck you anyways. Like,
good.
We
Ready
wanted an
to
unconditional.
now ready
was that
ready
Travis?
to
We wanted an
surrender.
unconditional surrender, and Japan wasn't ready to unconditionally surrender. They wanted
There you go.
conditions.
There
All
you
right, so
go.
Boom,
did you guys hear
history
that?
lesson.
Yep. Do
Did
it
that
right.
come through?
Yeah,
There you
and 100%.
Lou-
It's like
Lou's on board with you.
you should have surrendered. You should. This is how it is. No. Okay, let's do this. And matter of fact, we're gonna do it a second time because
In case you missed the first time.
in case you didn't hear me.
Lou's like,
Let me
one
repeat
empty water
myself.
bottle didn't bug you? It's fine. I got a second one. How pissed off are you now?
Exactly. All you had to say, okay, we concede. Mercy. Nope. You want to play these games? Fine. Exactly.
But I mean, it was all really interesting, but it's all wrapped around, it's all wrapped around this one event and everything. The fact that they didn't understand like what radiation and stuff was, to me, is one of those, like, it's hard to wrap your head around today.
Right, because it's always been around since we were kids.
Well, I mean, it's something that,
hanging out
by the time we were in school and everything, everybody understood, right?
Mhm.
But
Yeah,
back then
exactly.
they didn't. They were like, oh, yeah.
We were all born
15
years, 20 years later.
Mhm.
So,
yeah.
I mean, after the 60s that Travis was talking about.
Yeah.
So, that being said, the day that we had the day we had there, the weather was super nice. It was, it wasn't super busy. So, like, we were able to wander around and kind of get through everything and not feel like we were rushed or that we were missing anything. And so we stayed there 2 nights. And then the second night we picked up stakes and we moved on and saw, our next stop was Himeji, where they have the one castle in the entire country that has not been fully rebuilt.
Wow.
Every other castle in Japan has been fully rebuilt in the last,
400 years
like,
or
has
some
been
shit.
completely fully rebuilt. But you
Yeah.
go into Himeji Castle and, like, there's parts that are still like OG from the very first part of the castle, right? So yeah, with Hiroshima we did 20,000 steps, and I was like, no, I don't like that. And then we went to Himeji Castle, where they're like, oh, just do this tour, and it's an hour and a half. And it ended up taking hour and a half was just for the one part of the tour. The whole tour itself was something like 4 hours. And so somebody in our group didn't understand that and was like, it's fine, because we were only planning on being there for a couple hours. So then went all the way up 7 floors, 7 flights of tiny stairs. Multiple watch your head signs as you're getting higher and higher. The back of my calves, going down the stairs, the back of my calves were black and blue from hitting every single step on the way down, because the stairs are literally maybe 8 inches wide.
There's space for people who are like 12 feet tall.
Yeah. So, so that was pretty interesting, just because that one there was a lot of people, so it was actually kind of bizarre, because there was periods of time where it was very busy, and then there were periods of time where there wasn't anyone around us. But I think they were doing a lot of, like, they didn't want people on the stairs, right? So there were multiple announcements throughout the day of, like, hey, like, right after we got in, they were basically like, hey, we're stopping people from coming in because there's too many people. And if something happens, like, security and safety was like a really big thing with it, is a really big thing here. And so
they didn't have OSHA back then, so
yeah. But I will say the castle itself was super interesting. The fact that it was, some of the parts of the castle were like hundreds and thousands of years old, and the fact that they still are there and, basically functional, right? Like, and just some of the, it kind of goes back to having the conversation about the pyramids. Like, you see some of these, I can't think of what they're called. The not the landmark, the walls where they're building foundation. There we go. Where they build like a stone foundation below a building or below the wall, and the fact that it's completely flat. Like you look and it's a 45-degree angle the whole way up, and you're like, how did somebody do that with random stones, right? Like because if you look at the wall, it's all like random stones with little stones poked in between them, right? And so you're trying and then getting the exact angle that they knew the footprint has to be this big in order for us to, when we get to the top, be able to build a building on top of it that has the footprint of this big, right? Like the mathematics and stuff like that involved in all that. I was like, it's kind of mind blowing a little bit.
They invented math. It's fine.
Yeah, but no, it was that was very cool, but also very, very exhausting. That one was 17 flights of stairs, I think.
17 flights. No, we didn't.
But that one was another
17 recorded, so we did probably double that.
Yeah, so 17 recorded, and then 25,000 steps. So then after we got done with that, we got back on the train and made our way to Kobe, and then we made it to Kobe, and then we immediately kind of refreshed, splashed water on our face, and headed out to go find some Kobe beef because we're like, I wasn't about to fuck around with that. So we went and found, it was actually kind of, it's one of those, like, you see the customer service. So we went into one place that looked interesting, and the guy was like, oh, we don't have any room here, but we have like 5, like it wasn't a chain, but it was like the same owners owned like 5 different restaurants in the same area. And they said, but we have room on this one. So he called over and made sure they had room and everything. And then he's like, okay, you're going to go in the elevator and you're going to go out and around. And we're like, okay, cool. So we get in the elevator and he starts to come on the elevator with us, and then he stops. And we get to the bottom of the elevator, the doors open, and there's a chef from that restaurant waiting for us at the door to take us to the restaurant. And we were like, what's happening right now? I've never had this happen to me before.
Sir, I'm actually real bad right now.
They're making
exactly. I want to give you extra money, but I can't because it's rude and it's not done here. And then when the bill came, we went, okay, I don't feel so bad now.
Saw that bill. Kobe.
Yeah. So no shit. So we, there was the 4 of us. We had 1 round of drinks and 1 round of food, and it was $600. So
damn.
Not something that we would do. I think it's definitely a one and done.
I'd be saying my shit too. I'd be like, can we bronze this motherfucker? Cause
yeah. This is my Kobe shit right here.
That explains why he brought the chef over to make sure he got that bill.
Yeah, exactly. We don't want you to get lost and go in somewhere else because we know you're dumb Americans. You're just going to order stuff and not even know. But it was a very cool experience. Again, it was multiple courses. Like, I guess it seems like that's kind of the way it is with a lot of these restaurants where, you get a salad, you get a salad, you get your main course, you get tea afterwards. Like, there's.
Well, yeah, I'm thinking about that. I was like, it's 4 of you. That's $150 a person. $150 a person for probably like going to a Ruth Chris or whatever, Morton's.
Yeah.
That's probably not actually heard of.
I mean,
I saw a video today in Ginza where I'm ready to drop 85 on a seafood buffet. They got king crab legs at this buffet. So I'm just saying.
We got king crab legs at home.
Not for $85 for everybody. The sushi that you cook stuff at your own spot. Ginza Happo.
It was a very cool experience, regardless, right? Like,
This is obviously what you're going.
And then, so then, we get to yesterday, and we get back to the room, call it a night. Travis goes out into the dark as he does every night after we're done walking around. Oh, so we were walking. So then after the Kobe beef dinner, we're like, well, let's go find a bar. And that took probably way too long, but it's fine. Like, it was one of those ones where the experience destination was worth the journey, right? We ended up walking around way too long, but we found this super cool, it was like Underground Records. Is that the name of the? underground gallery was this that was on the second floor. So it was funny how it was an underground gallery, but it was a little tiny place. It had maybe 10 seats, but it was a full bar. They were playing super cool music.
That guy used to be in a music collective in Detroit called Underground Resistance.
Did you hear that? So, but he lives in Japan now, and so, it's just him and one person. Super, super fucking cool. Like very, very old school. But like you walk in and he just has a bunch of albums that you can pick out and have them play for you. So I was like, Purple Rain, let's do that. And then he comes in because he hadn't shown up yet. There were a couple other people. There were 10 seats in the entire place. 15 minutes. 15-minute check. So
Gotcha.
Yep. No, you're good.
So there was probably 10 seats in the place, and we went in there, ordered a round of drinks, and she's like, I'll put on, if you want an album, I'll put it on for you. And I was like, and he had the whole sound system was fucking dialed in. Like it sounded actually really, really good for the space.
Considering what he says.
So we listened to like the whole Purple Rain soundtrack, which was pretty awesome while we sat there for probably 2 hours drinking and talking and whatnot. And then he shows up, the owner shows up. And so Travis and Ben spent some time talking to him and hanging out.
Did they know him?
Super cool guy.
Did they know him at all, or
no?
they
I
just
mean,
happened to talk?
Tonight was the first. Yeah, just happened.
Okay.
He just happened to show up, and Ben and Travis are both very gregarious guys. So only in Japan. So we were there for I don't know 2.5 hours, and then we called it a night. I got like not really bad chills that night in bed, but it was chills, right? It was enough to keep me awake. And I woke up in the morning and I was like, I feel like shit. And took my temperature and it was, as I showed you guys. So this was yesterday, as of yesterday morning.
Were you taking it with your phone?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I had that same.
Yeah.
I had that same question actually. But yeah.
Yeah. So the new Pixel phone actually has, and I didn't even think about it because I was like, man, my head feels super hot right now, but I don't know. But then I remembered, oh yeah, they have like an infrared camera on the.
I thought you had to put your phone in your butt or something, like a baby.
I mean, I did
have to, but
yeah, I didn't. It wasn't part of it wasn't required, but I did it anyways for for thoroughness.
Right,
smart move.
And so, yeah, that's when I sent you guys the screenshot of like the 105, and I was like, oh my god, what the hell? And then in hindsight, it's probably that I probably picked a good day to be sick because I heard rain hitting the window of the hotel room the entire day, and Travis, Ben, and Jen went up on this walk, went up on this mountain, and they were on a ropeway, and they were like, it would have been funny to see you on the ropeway, but you would not have liked the ropeway because it got pretty windy. But yeah, so the weather today is as you can see, the weather today it looks nice outside.
See blue sky.
So yeah, so I'm feeling much better today. Still have like a cough and like still kind of a little weak, but I also haven't eaten anything in like 36 hours at this point. So after we wrap up this, we're gonna grab some food, and we're actually gonna hop on the train to head to Nara, where the park deer are. They'll come and eat right out of your hands.
And
I thought that was a place in the wardrobe.
No, not Narnia. Nara.
So that's another bullshit. They're freaking gender swapping. Never mind.
That's not this podcast, Lou. Save it for later.
Sure is. Yep. Later. I could get mad about them swapping that shit out later.
So that gets us caught up to today. We're staying in Kyoto for a couple days. We're probably going to head into Osaka for one of the evenings to get some food and take. Supposedly Osaka has some of the best nightlife in Japan, so we're going to go check that out. And then we're doing that for 2 nights, and then we're heading to a place called Hakone. Damn it!
You're so white. Fucking embarrassing.
Yeah, I know. So white. So white. So they're known. That area is known for their onsens. So looking forward to on
Good.
sending
You
it
can
up.
go boil
I don't know if
that
that's
Rona out of you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just going to go sit and I'm just going to sweat it out, whatever's going on. But
Just don't put your head in the
yeah,
water.
and then then Thursday we head back to Tokyo, and then that's when you motherfuckers are going to be there. So
Yeah, heart day
but,
time.
yeah,
that's when the real
Okay.
party starts.
so all right, Lou. Now it's
Okay,
time for your questions.
question.
Q&A section.
First, all the talk about the Family Mart, Lawson, 7-Eleven, snacks. Have you had a chance to go into it? And is it legit, all the good food they have?
Yeah. I mean, I haven't tried the food yet. I'm going to probably try it today on the traveling. But yeah, it's legit. Travis has gotten in trouble multiple times because of being so close to a 7-Eleven and or Lawson's while he's been here. So it's the same.
Right.
It's kind of variations of the same thing, but supposedly the Lawson's chicken is better. Family The Family Mart chicken. Sorry, Family Mart chicken is better.
It depends on what you
Yeah, but also depends on what you want. So they all have variations on like
So what you're
the
saying
chicken
is
strip
try them all.
/ chicken nugget.
That's what I'm
Right,
hearing.
exactly.
That's what
I
I
mean,
heard.
the only way to know is to do your own testing.
It's obviously an opinion, so.
What about the whole who does?
What was that one more time,
I
Travis?
said Japanese salarymen live on convenience store food.
Yeah, there you go. So upper
That's
management
what it seems
live on.
like. I mean, just watching videos, it seems like there's not like a whole lot of proper breakfast places. Everybody just goes to a convenience store and grab food. So it's like
there's a lot of bakeries. There's a lot of bakeries around. So that's really the closest. It's the hotels and the bakeries, I think, are the big breakfast places. There's not a ton of breakfast places. A lot of the places will open up at like 11:30 for
11,
lunch,
yeah.
and then close again at 2:30, and then open back up again at 5 and be open till 10. You know,
So you're
that
eating
type
at
of
the
thing.
7-Eleven because of
Breakfast
that.
is your ramen you get at 5 a.m. while you're drunkenly settling home to the first train.
Yeah, there you go.
Or the onigiri from the 7-Eleven.
Yeah, the onigiri looks pretty good too. The whole no trash can thing, take your trash with you, that pretty legit too.
Yeah,
Not a lot of
no trash cans. There's hardly any trash cans around.
Sometimes on the stations.
Most places will take your trash though. So if you're in a store and you have, you know, an empty bottle or an empty bag or something like that.
Convenience stores do, like 7-Eleven has trash cans.
Yeah. So the markets all have trash cans, but as far as like out on the street itself, there's no.
So
They also care about their the areas in front of their shops and stuff. So in the morning when you're walking around, you'll often see people sweeping the leaves and sweeping the dirt up and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. Because again, if you have a clean front of your shop, it means that the inside of your shop is well maintained too. You know?
Right.
Okay. Curb appeal, get you in the door.
Yep.
Have you guys had a ramen yet?
I have not had ramen yet. Right? Have we had ramen yet?
We have not done ramen.
No, we've not done ramen yet.
We've been eating fancy.
We've been eating fancy. So Ben and Jen have definitely been making us pick the higher end. Ramen is kind of
It's fast food.
Yeah, ramen is the fast food here.
Exactly.
I'm also I still want to try like a Burger King burger just to like say I tried a Burger King burger, but
Bruh, I saw videos where there's a teriyaki Whopper and like a teriyaki Big Mac. I'm going to McDonald's and Burger King.
Yep. So, but yeah, this morning will probably be us just probably grabbing some quick stuff out of the market and heading down to the train, and then I think we have an hour or so to get to Nara.
Yeah,
and then we'll go from there.
Does
the nice thing is
Go ahead.
I said the nice thing is the next couple of days are super flexible as far as what we do and whatnot. Like I said, I don't think I'm back to 100% yet, but I definitely feel way better than I did yesterday.
I'm still going to try to make you ride a rope.
He's still going to try to make me ride a rope at some point.
Good luck.
Well, that's kind of the plan is, so where we're staying it's like a 45-minute. Excuse me. So right outside of north of Kyoto, there's a giant lake. It's the biggest lake in Japan called Lake Biwa. And they have a really, really nice observation deck up on the hill that you can actually see like the whole lake from it. So that was one of the things that we may try to do. We'll see. We'll walk up and see how big the ropeway structure is, and we'll have to check the weather to see.
Pick up some ground soda.
Jack, you got anything before I ask my next question?
No, I'm good.
Red light district, how's that?
We're waiting for you. Red light district, we're waiting for you.
Well, shit, that's good looking out, bro.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I want that experience to happen with all of us. I don't want to just experience this myself for the first time.
That sounds gay.
So
He sounds shocked, Jack.
yeah.
Gay.
Any tote stuff, like, the whole they're trying to pull you into whatever? Have you had that happen yet?
Not yet. Nobody's tried to
bring you in.
I mean, a lot of them. It's actually where we've been has been very passive with the. It's just a bunch of girls standing out, holding up a sign that indicates like where they're at. So far the funniest story is that we did walk in front of a maid cafe, and the girl started waving at us, and Ben started waving at her, and then the girl started waving with both hands, and then Ben started waving with both hands, and then he kept walking. And we're like, dude, that's just fucking rude. That's so fucking rude, dude. But it was also the funniest. That was also he had the biggest smile on his face while he was doing it, and we were just like, man, that's fucked up. And he's like, what do you mean? It's like, dude, she wanted you to come in, and there's no way he would have been able to go in there because he would have been disemboweled. But the fact that he was like the look on his face while he's waving at her while she just, it was like, yeah, it was one of those moments that you'll never be able to replicate. But you're so glad you were there for that, because then his wife was just like,
yeah, I mean, I suggested we go in, and she's like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell her to be more
touts,
secure.
Also, here's Travis, everybody.
Hi,
Our
Travis.
first guest on the pod.
Woo! The thing with the touts I try to warn everybody with is that generally, like, if they're standing in front of the stores holding a sign or maybe waving at you, then it's fine. But in Osaka and like Kabukicho, and Tokyo, there'll be people who very aggressively like come up to you, and it's the people who come up to you and kind of really try to push on you that you'll still probably get what they're offering. You're just going to probably pay 3 or 4 times what they're telling you that you're going to get, right? So.
All right.
So.
Wait, last question I have for you then, because you got like
last
a minute.
question.
You seen any black people there yet?
Black people. The owner of the bar.
Well, sadly,
He's from
a lot of the
Detroit.
touts,
He's from Detroit, so come on now.
sadly, a lot of the touts in Kabukicho are Nigerian for some reason.
Oh,
There's a Nigerian to Japan pipeline.
I'm about to get a bad
You
rep
got
just
a
for
lot
showing.
of foreigners. I feel like you see more black people kind of like in Yokohama or, kind of out. You see them around Tokyo. You see them outside of Tokyo, closer to where the bases are. But there's a very strong love of hip hop and rap culture here. I think that came in through the American military. And that
Yeah, Jack, you're good to go.
Start brushing up when you're not like us.
So,
Oh,
There you
my
go.
God. All right,
there's
good looking out. Good looking.
a
Good
big
info.
club in Shibuya called Harlem.
What was that one more time?
There's a big club in Shibuya called Harlem.
A big club in
That's
Shibuya
funny.
called Harlem.
Will you
That's
call
probably
Harlem?
where I've seen the most black people in Japan.
Well, Lou just
That's
wants to
funny.
know so he can avoid them,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
though.
I want to
So-
leave with all my identification and credit cards. Right.
All right, Dean.
Okay. So
Yeah.
before you log out, so here, so I got a gift from old girl, but she's like, "Oh, you're going. You might want this." So it finally arrived today. It's supposed to arrive a while ago. So let me see if I can get it. You gotta have to tell me if it shows up on screen. So
Nice.
you see it.
So that's the gift that.
That's awesome.
So yeah. So that's
Wow.
they're into baseball. I figured, and I'm a Dodgers fan. Star Wars. It's like, what the hell? Just go all out and do it.
Oh, when we were in Hiroshima, we were walking through the market district, and there was a place that had a giant sign that said Otani, S, and it said what was it? It was female exams or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And I was like,
hell?
and I'm like, okay, that's somebody who's riding Otani's dick right now. It's like his
Yep.
brother Steve or something like
Yep.
that. and they just put the S in, so you show up and you're like, I need to get another mammogram from Shohei, and they're like, sorry, Shohei's out. All we have is Steve. You know, like now Shohei has 12 more brothers and sisters than he did before he was.
Oh my God!
So
top of the hour, buddy.
Yep.
Don't get in trouble.
Bouncing,
Get in trouble. Thank you.
all right, boys.
For all that.
I will.
4 more days. Can't wait to see you. Travis,
Ditto.
thank you for jumping in on
Yep.
this. Appreciate it. Is he going to be with us for some of this?
thank
For
you.
some of this when we're
Yeah,
there?
he'll be with us for some of it. Yeah, he'll
Okay,
join us.
all right.
He's going to join us at least for sure on Saturday for celebration. But
Absolutely.
yeah,
I'm
he'll be
thinking
around
the
for. Yeah,
nightlife,
he'll
like
meet us. He'll
dinners
meet up with
and
us for some of this.
izakayas,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, dinners and izakayas.
Yeah.
Thank you
Hell
for
yeah.
posting my voice.
Yeah, we're all in the same. We're all in the same general area. So and it's only a 15 or 20 minute train ride to meet up. So.
Sweet.
But yeah, we'll definitely talk on Thursday when you guys get close and figure it out. I will effort to get my badges and stuff like we talked about, but we'll talk about that more
see
offline.
what the shirt is. Shit, if it's even worth it.
See if it's worth it. Dude.
Yeah.
Well, it will
Yeah.
know. I think Tuesday was when you can first start getting them. So we'll know. Well,
Yeah.
you'll know tomorrow once we start seeing stuff posted online. And if it's worth the damn, great, we'll get it. If not, it's like, I'll pass. So
Yeah.
cool.
So,
Cool.
all right, boys, I'm going to drop off. If you guys want to keep going, awesome. Otherwise, I'll see you guys Thursday.
Yep.
Sounds like a plan.
Laters.
Peace. How do I say goodbye in Japanese?
Sayonara.
For you, it'd be
Johnny.
Matana.
Matane.
Yeah.
There we
Matane.
go. Done. Peace.
Dude, now I really want to get going.
Right?
Shit,
Let's go.
You're off, fucker. I got 2 days of work still. Although, let's be real. I'm going to work tomorrow, so I got a meeting Tuesday. I'm going to be checked out. I'm going to be checked out on Tuesday. I ain't doing shit on Tuesday.
You're like, what's
Everybody
important today? Okay. And then the rest of the time, nope, I'm out.
I'm checking. I'm going to get there Tuesday. I'm going to get to work Tuesday morning. I'm going to get whatever emails that have to get done. I'm going to put my out of office on at like 9 a.m. and I am done for the rest of the day. I know exactly how it's going to be. Especially today after watching because I was watching the Ueno district, that one that I sent you with the food and the Ginza. So I was doing Ginza. I was doing, was it Shibuya? And then the other one, the Shakuya, the Shinkura, whatever, something with the K. So Shinjuku, that's what it was. Shinjuku, Shibuya, Ginza, and then Ueno / Akihabara, because they're right there near each other. So, but watching those back to back, I was like, man, this is getting me going. But I ain't lying, dude. I saw that Ginza Hapa that I talked about 20 minutes ago, and that seafood buffet looked fantastic. And steak and all the stuff you could get with it too. Cook at your own station. And I was like, man, for $85, I'm gonna eat ramen and I'm eating ramen and cheap shit the whole time because all the videos I'm watching, try this street food. But when it comes to like a restaurant, because obviously the buffet, but not like getting served like that. That was that has been the first one that I finally saw to say, I'm going there.
Yeah, the wife says she wants to make sure we hit a Michelin star restaurant.
Oh, snap. Okay.
Because they have the most Michelin star restaurants in the world in Tokyo.
Okay. All right. Good to know. Did she have any in mind? Is she looking or just kind of figure it out when we get there?
She's just kind of along for the ride, I think. So whatever we want to do, I think she's whatever.
Maybe what we do is we ask our concierge at the hotel, or whether that's in where we are, first hotel or second hotel closer. I think that the Disney hotel might be a better idea, and maybe do that Wednesday night. Have a nice ass dinner before Disney on Thursday.
Yep.
So we check in on Wednesday, ask them, because that's the other thing. If we do go to that buffet, the video said that they reservation and with a Japanese number. So the hotel is probably going to have to make the reservations for us anyway, unless I get the table log app and I can do it through them too.
Yeah.
But I'm going to ask the concierge to see if they'll just book it for us. Because I'm like, I saw that. It's like 12,000 yen. Done. Shit. Don't even care. Oh, I meant to ask him about the Suica card. Like, has he been using it for everywhere?
Yeah, right.
Because all the videos say it. I mean, I can't believe Celebration's even accepting that card.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. But I could have swore from the videos I saw, it only maxes out at 20,000. Like you can't put more than 10,000 at a time.
Yeah.
And it maxes at 20. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna use that the first couple of days.
Right. Shoot.
Especially if it's taken everywhere between the trains, the buses,
Mm-hmm.
The convenience stores now celebration. It's like, God dang, I'm gonna have to seriously max. Luckily for us though, because you can top it up at the station.
Exactly.
We're gonna be at the stations
Yep.
twice a day, every day. So
Mm-hmm.
not that big of it. And then cash, I'll max out cash the first time. I think 100,000 yen or something like that is the cash you can max out at the ATM. They're like, well, I'm going to spend that eventually. I may as well just save myself the fees, the transaction fees each time. Can't stop the 3%, but I can stop at 250 every time I use an ATM.
Mm-hmm.
So just do it.
We actually have one that has no international fees.
I actually, I don't have a debit card that way, but I have a credit card that's zero international fee. I was like, well, I know which credit card I'm using.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as it's funny, I went through my credit cards probably 2 weeks ago specifically to do that.
Yep.
So I'm looking at mine. It was like I've got 2 of them at 0%, 2 of them at 1%, 1 at 2%, and 3 at 3%. I'm all like, you 3%ers can stay here.
Yep. I don't even want to be tempted.
Nope. I'm looking. I'm like, okay. So these the 2 zeros and the 2 1s. Those are the only ones I'm using the whole time there. So that was kind of cool. I was like, then I did all my international travel notifications.
My bank doesn't even have that anymore. That's like whatever. Just go.
You know what? My debit card for my U.S. bank, they were like, yeah, we don't do that.
Yeah.
2 of my credit cards though, I did have to put in the international information dates, and it was like, oh, just put in Vegas too in case I buy something while I'm in Vegas. I don't screw that shit up too. Usually domestic is fine, but they don't want to risk it.
Mm-hmm.
But I have the backup card, so if something happens, I at least have the back, and I'll have the cash on me if something happens. And apparently, I'll have a Suica on me too in case if that happens.
Because who knows? Shit.
Oh my god! But and then like travel wise, I picked up. Did you see the Facebook group that had those little coin holders for the 6 different types of coins for yen? I picked up. Hang on a second. You got to see this. Okay, so I happened to buy these like 2 days before I saw somebody in the Facebook group say, "Oh, these are great to help organize your coins and everything." So it's the
that's cool. No, I see it. Yeah.
So this thing, and it was a 3-pack, so I'll have a couple extra.
Yeah, bring those for sure.
Oh hell yeah! So you can organize your coins. So like I'm taking cargo pants, so if I can just put all my coins in that and then just drop that in my cargo pocket or my backpack, whatever. I thought it was very well done. Where it's like, oh well, shit, I'm doing that. And then 2 days later, it was so funny. The day these arrived, somebody posted in the Facebook group, "Oh my god, this coin thing is fantastic! Get one of these." I'm like, got it covered. And the best part is, if you need more, let's say we have a lot of coins, they sell them at the dollar store. Well, the Daiso. Yeah, they sell them at the Daisos in Japan, so we can always pick up some while we're there.
No, we ain't gonna have coins. Oh, look at that Darth Vader fucking gotcha machine.
Gotcha?
Yep.
What?
Yep. I need to get the whole set. I think there's a Maul, a Vader, and a Palpatine. Then there's a Grogu series. So you get a bunch of different Grogus. Like you get IG-11, and then you can put Grogu inside IG-11. Yeah. Now we ain't gonna have no coins. I saw that. 400 apiece. 400, and they only take 100 yen coins. So that was interesting to know. So, but they all have 1,000 yen breakers, right? They throw 1,000, get 10. So all the stores have that. So that was super cool. But I'm trying to think of the little travel. Obviously, my phone stand. I've got 2 power banks now because my cat one showed up yesterday. Matter of fact, I charged them both over the weekend. So the big one, the one we've had forever, that fucker took a day and a half to charge. Yeah,
it's so big.
That's why I got out of mine because it hardly worked anymore for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, mine still works. It just takes a day and a half to charge because it's so big. Yeah. But it still worked great. So I'm taking both with me when I don't know how true this is going to be. We'll see how it goes because I'll get an idea of how much I'm using my phone after a couple of days. It may just be the one.
Yeah.
Either way, I have to carry it on anyway. I'm not allowed to check that. But I don't know, if that one we just got how well is that going to do?
It works pretty well. We've been using those for a while.
Oh, okay.
So
I may just not bother then. If that's the big one, I just may not bother with the big one.
The cat one, it works really well. I've been able to charge all 3 of our phones at Disney.
Okay, cool. I may just do that and then charge it every night, recharge it overnight. Okay, I may because the other one is heavy.
Exactly.
It's kind of a pain in the butt. It's heavy. So I may just not even bother then and just bring the little one, because the weight is probably a sixth of the weight of that big ass brick. And then I picked up some USB A to C, C to A converters, just because I don't know what I'm going to have. I was like, you know what? These things are small. No big deal there. I have all my cables. I'm using my phone case for my phone is the magnetic kind. So I'll bring that with me. So if I'm walking around, I can put it in my backpack and not have to worry about cables getting undone. Like just put it in this little pocket, magnet on it, call it a day.
Yeah, we went to Target. We got doggy bags. Poop bags. I was like, that's a good ass idea, though. So we got those. I got a multi adapter, a multi plug thing with USB A and C
I got
to
one
go
too.
in it. And then we were like going through. They needed like deodorant and shit. So and we walked by the vitamins, and behind the vitamins is where like all the vibrators and shit are.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just trying to keep the little one looking at the vitamins. Nope, she turns around. I need one of those for my feet. I'm like, nope, we out. We're done. Target's done. We're out.
She's ready to make some OF fetish videos. It is on. I'm going to use this and feet. Oh, my God. She did so well, she bought the house next to you.
Yep. And I checked her meds. There's a little blurb. It's a psychotropic. So as long as it's under a certain amount, you don't need permission. You don't need a doctor's note, nothing. And hers is way under, so.
All right. Well, that helps. Because I was like, man, that would have been shitty.
I think there'd be enough there. Because Japan looks very ADD to me. She would have been.
That's a good point.
That shit
though.
looks very ADD to me. She would be entertained by everything going on.
You pick any one of those shopping touristy districts, and it's just like, what the...
Also, we do need to eat in Piss Alley just to say we did.
I think I agree with that.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
And we're little one to go home and on school on Tuesday to tell everybody that she ate at Piss Alley.
She will have no problem sharing.
Nope.
At all. At all. Oh, my God. But yeah, we'll have to seriously look into it. If you guys want the bullet train
so much that we want to do. We're just going to have to figure out what works and what's close.
Cat Island might be a thing. Like I said, if you like, we don't have the bullet train on the list. Okay, we'll add it to the list and we'll do it where it's useful, not just to take it. It's like, well, fuck it. Let's just take it and get the cherry blossoms up north so we can actually see the bloom and knock off Cat Island at the same time. So we'll have to do some research on that. I mean, luckily, we have time, though, right? It's like between now and time we leave, plus we have the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday that we're there.
Yeah,
because we already have that
there.
locked out.
Exactly.
That's already locked up. So
then we can start narrowing down. Like, okay, we're here. Trains take so long to get here. You know, maybe we can do this area and this area on one day, and
especially if there's like, I think if I'm not mistaken, if the train goes west or north, where this is, that wisteria thing, the Great Wisteria, that big purple hanging tree. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
That thing looks pretty badass. So if that's on the way, Cat Island and the Sakuras going north, well then hell, that just even works out any better.
Yeah.
Because as of right now, Tuesday, Wednesday are still open days.
Yes.
So all I know is what's happening Thursday to Monday night. After that, it's just whatever comes up. So if that's what comes up, then so be it.
Yep.
We'll see how it plays out. What works best, because we still have to do the hotel transfer from Tuesday to Wednesday. So that's a thing. I'm still on board with the luggage forwarding
100%,
on Tuesday, and then that way we can check in at our leisure on Wednesday. So, and then
we
Thursday,
should still be able to just pack little suitcase and big suitcase by then too. I don't see us being out of room and suitcase till after Disney.
Exactly, especially for y'all. Especially after. For me, most of my shopping will probably be Celebration.
Unless you get a Hot Toys, though, I don't see you filling up your suitcase.
That's
everything.
100%.
You're like, oh, I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna buy this. They're all fucking pins.
It's this big. Yeah, exactly. There'll be a lot of them, but that's still
exactly. You're not filling up a suitcase.
It's going to fill up a shoebox is probably what I'm going to fill up. When all said and done, all the pins, everything. Blind box, I don't save the boxes. So all the blind boxes, that's not true. I save the boxes to put like 10 pins, 15 pins into one box. But I was like, man, I'm gonna have so many pins. I'm like, wait a minute. They all fit in like smaller, less than a shoebox when all is said and done. Even though I went ape shit. So, I'm curious how it's gonna be. Like the crowd, everybody's all nervous. Like the Facebook groups, they're all nervous about the crowds and how many people are gonna be there. And I'm like, if I can get into the store, I think I'll be okay. Once I get into the store once, I don't.
Yeah, if we only end up in the store once and then our lightning lane too, later in the weekend.
Yep, on Sunday for me, Saturday for you. Exactly. Yeah. So I think it'll be fine, and it'll be interesting. You know, they're just like, oh my god, there's supposed to be 100 and something thousand people. I'm like, I don't know if that's true.
Way. There's no celebrations had that many people.
No, it's supposed. I think 70 was the biggest or something like that. There's 140,000 people at opening of Expo. So I can imagine there's going to be that many.
Yeah, we're not bigger than an anime expo in Japan.
No,
at all. No, because I think it's not expensive to be there. It's expensive to get there, and that turns people off. Because the first thing you look at is plane tickets. You're like, fucking $1,500 each. No, we're out. You don't even look later and be like, oh, but the hotels only cost me $300 for the weekend.
Right. You're not looking at that as, well, that's a win.
Like, well,
you average it out, and it's like, oh, wait, the whole trip was, $200 a day or whatever, including hotel and flight. If you look at it that way, it's like, oh, I would have totally done that.
So I don't know. I don't see it being that big. It's not going to be as big as either of the Anaheim shows.
No,
definitely not the one in 15 with Force Awakens coming out.
Yeah.
This is a non-movie celebration. It's hardly even celebrating anything, even though it should be Force Awakens and Revenge of the Sith.
Yep.
But the biggest thing they have is Andor coming out that weekend. So I don't know.
And you don't have a lot of the actors showing up either.
Yeah.
Granted, I still compare shit to Episode 3 and Celebration 3, where it was a ridiculous amount of people there, actor-wise. I mean, you look at the list, it's like, are there even 15 people that are going to be there?
Yeah, exactly. Like, the autograph hall is going to be so small. And everybody's going to be in line for Hayden.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Which is fine, because then they're not in line with the stores.
I support that. Yeah, look at the map. Hot Toys booth looks pretty big. Once I do get to the exhibit hall floor, that's probably where I'm going. I've got some stuff to get from there, the little small figures and all that.
It's like, do I do Fig Pin, Hot Toys, Roosevelt's?
Dude, exactly. I think Roosevelt's, I don't think will sell out right away, because even Comic-Con, they didn't sell out to the next day.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about Roosevelt's the way I used to be, because I expect they're going to have...
Well, not at this show. At Comic-Con, you still got to worry about it.
Yes.
This show, not so much. Yeah.
But even Comic-Con, it didn't sell out to the next day.
That's true.
Stuff didn't sell out to the next day. So I don't know if they're going to, I assume they're going to do the ticket thing again, Roosevelt's, get a ticket line. So if I'm in there, I'll get a ticket line and all that. But all that, it really is dependent on the store. Now, Sunday is different. Sunday, I can go to the exhibit hall floor first, because for me, I have a 10:30 lightning lane for Sunday at the store. So I'm definitely going to exhibit hall floor first on Sunday. Friday, Saturday, it's going to be Celebration store on Friday for sure. Saturday will be, it depends on how the Celebration store goes.
Yeah. How well did we do on our pins?
Exactly. If that especially if there's a limit on the blinds, like they were, remember, it was a 2 to 6. It was 6. It was a 6 pack.
Because we were getting the 6
all
packs
put together. Yeah. So if they do that again, okay, fine. But if I get what I need, okay, then I'm good to go. But if I need to go back
with our 2 sets and a bunch of Lowe's Cats, cool, done.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the other side of that coin too. Lowe's Cats, is it only going to be in the store for staff trading, or are they going to be all over the floor for staff trading? So these things that I got to figure out, that's going to affect what I do on the floor. So, but I have a feeling it's going to be Friday Celebration store. Saturday will be probably Celebration store and then the floor, and then Sunday is floor and then Celebration store lightning lane. So I think because of Sunday is why I'm okay doing the floor the store both Friday and Saturday first.
Yeah, for sure.
And then because I can do the floor on Sunday first. So and I'll be in line early. Like I told you, it's going to be 5:30 breakfast. I'm assuming it'll be you and Big One. Whether the other 2 show up later, that's fine. But I assume it'll be the 3 of us. 5:30 breakfast, 6 o'clock train, and then we're in line at 6. By that time, it's about 7 o'clock in line, so 2 hours early. And we will learn if on Friday morning, if we need to be there earlier on Saturday morning.
Yep.
So
maybe we got to skip
we'll
breakfast. Hit up the conveni.
Yep, exactly. I was thinking the same thing. Like, it's going to be skip breakfast and just hit the Family Mart or Lawson's that's in our hotel building. I think there's a Lawson in our hotel building. We'll just hit that on our way to the train. So if Friday turns out like, oh, okay, getting here at 7, 2 hours early wasn't good enough, well, we need to get in later. But again, having the accessibility, we'll see if that helps and just makes it easier. Because if the accessibility helps on Friday, then we know we're like, okay, we still enjoy our breakfast still. Go from there. But yeah, definitely super excited as we're getting closer and closer. Less stressed over like, okay, my Amazon stuff came in.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good to go. I still haven't figured out what I'm going to pack. Like, I know I'm taking 4 pairs of pants, 3 cargo pants, and a pair of jeans. I know I'm taking that. I got all new socks, so I'm taking my shoes off everywhere. I have
at Target too. I was like, oh,
you guys do it too? Yeah.
And then I had to make sure little one had socks because they don't want you wearing mismatched socks, and she's into that right now.
Oh, I didn't read anything about that.
Yeah, no, we were watching a video about eating at the Yakuzas or whatever the fuck they are.
Izakaya?
Yeah. And they said it's not like, oh shit, you're like, Scarlet Letter with the you'll get looks. It's not normal.
Okay.
It's bad enough for white, so let's not be that much weirder.
Shit, every time I watch these videos, I'm like, there ain't no black people. There ain't no black people. I was like, Japanese people aren't really friendly with black. I'm like, oh, they're not like the Italians are with black people, but I'm like, this is going to be interesting. However, with my hair, they might think I'm like Indian or something. So they might not even look at me as a black person.
Yeah, you're not rocking an afro and cornrows and shit.
Exactly. I show up with cornrows or a pick in my hair, then they're like, okay. But I think it'll be cool that because of my hair that and plus it's like they're gonna see me in Star Wars gear. It's like, oh, he's nerd.
Exactly.
Say no, Geto, come.
Just show him your Decepticon. You're like, nah, I love Japanese.
It's like you're right. It's
Japanese
like,
robot.
It can't be better than that. But yeah, so I'm going through. I got to figure out like I know I'm going to buy a T-shirt probably at the expo.
At least.
I mean, I'm going to buy probably 3 at Celebration. It's like, do I even want to bother? Like, I'm seriously not consider like the May 20, the May 4th shirts we just got. That might be the only T-shirt I bring. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
Because we got think about it. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, my shirt's already picked. Monday, I can wear the May the 4th shirt. And then, or whatever I buy from Celebration at that point, because at that point I'll have shirts, but I'll have obviously more Roosevelt shirts.
Right.
Then I'm going to have whatever T-shirts that the Celebration store is going to have, because that Vader shirt is obviously one of the ones I'm getting. And then I'm going to have a shirt when I get to Osaka for the Expo. So there's at least 1 or 2 shirts from there. And then, like I said, laundry is on Tuesday for me. So it's like I don't really think I need to bring. I could probably get away with not even bringing that May the 4th shirt. Because of whatever I buy at Celebration. Or, you know what I do? I wear that on Tuesday on the plane. Because I'm going to do laundry the following Tuesday anyway, so I can wear it again while I'm there.
That's true.
So I think I wear it on the plane, and then not even bring another T-shirt. Why waste the space when I know I'm going to be coming back with probably 8 to 10 new shirts? Let's assume a day each for Roosevelt's. So that's 3. Osaka is going to be 1.
And you'll
4.
know because, well, I guess we won't know before we leave if the Roosevelts will be. I don't know.
We might. They might have it announced. They might have it announced by then.
Because C2E2's over. And then, we might.
There's a chance.
And then you'll know. Am I buying all 3 or?
Or even if I just buy 1, I'm still getting probably at least 3 shirts from the Celebration store.
Yeah.
I know of 1 for certain that I'm getting.
Yeah.
So worst case scenario, that'll be my Monday shirt. So I buy one. If I don't take any extra shirts, well, that's my Monday shirt. And then when I go to Osaka, that's my Tuesday shirt. And then Tuesday I'm doing laundry. So I could get away with that. As a matter of fact, I think I want to save space just for more collectibles and souvenirs to Disney, and most of the shit's not going to be for me anyway. We both know that. Let's be real. The way you're shopping for little one, I'll be shopping for mine over here. So I fucking swear, man, it's that list is like, ooh, that's cute. I'm like, if I hear that's cute one more time,
because that translates to buy that for me.
That's exactly what that means. It's like, okay. And there's some stuff like we were watching videos today, and I'm looking at them like, and all I look it's like, ooh, I'm like, oh god. All right, so now I have to go to the IKEA. I have to go to the IKEA store.
Dude, wife said she wants to go to IKEA, so.
Oh my god!
Done
Okay,
deal.
well that's happening.
Yeah.
There's an exclusive purple and gray bag that.
Shut
that
the
she
fuck up! Like the shopping bags.
Yeah.
The big
exclusive.
ugly ass blue one.
It's purple and gray.
Right, but like the blue ones we have.
Yes, that.
But you can only get purple one there. Shit.
So
watch, I'm gonna tell my wife about that. She'll be like, "Yep, we're going," just so we can go to IKEA and be fucking bougie. I'm like,
I put it on my.
Look at my purple bag.
Exactly. I can't remember if it's Shibuya or the other one, but it's not Ginza. I know that much. I think it's
Shibuya.
But either way,
yeah, I think
it's Shibuya. Yeah. It's IKEA. I think it's called IKEA Shibuya, something like that. So that's on the list because I have to come back with that bag.
I wonder how their Swedish meatballs are there.
Dude, it's probably takoyaki actually. It's like it's round. It counts.
Right? Yeah. Whatever.
That's how they plan on doing it. Oh my god. Yeah. So that's on the list, and it's like, ooh, that's cute. Ooh, it's like, oh my god. Yeah. Okay. Do I need to add that? Yes. Do I need to add that to? Yeah. I'm like, man, I swear, each T-shirt I don't bring is something I can bring back for her. So.
Right.
It's like, why do you need that many socks? You can do laundry twice.
Wash your socks in the sink and hang them to dry while you're at the show.
For real, what are you doing? You just rotate these socks every day. Stop that.
You need 2 pairs. You wear one and dry the other one's one.
Right? Man, these aren't Air Force Ones, girl. Come on. Only some of y'all gonna get that joke. That's okay though.
I don't know. It's gonna be a little overwhelming, I think. Just trying. I like the way that we are, though. We have this big, huge fucking list.
Mm-hmm.
And if we don't get to it, cool. I mean, it's...
Yeah.
Obviously, we rank stuff, right? Like, you have to go to World's Fair. That's your jam.
Exactly.
I got to take the girls to Hello Kitty.
Things.
It has to happen. Cat Island, okay, maybe it happens, maybe it doesn't. The Cherry Blossoms, cool if it happens. Exactly. If we,
everything
it's going to depend on how does UNO Park do us. Are we going to every fucking museum up there? It's possible. I don't know.
They're saying 3 hours per museum minimum. Yeah. So the videos I'm watching, like, you want to spend 3 hours minimum at each museum. So
and the way we are with museums, we would be there all 3 hours.
We would be there 3 hours.
Even
sure.
My oldest is exactly like we are. She has to read everything and see everything. So I don't know. Maybe that ends up taking the whole fucking day and we don't do anything else.
So that trips me out that those museums are like $6 to enter. I was like, are you kidding me? Like $4, $600 yen, $4.
Yeah,
like $4 for this one and $6. Like what?
Right?
How is that so cheap? Child under 11 free.
Right?
Like okay,
like, cool.
Or under 12, whatever. Yep. It was like dang. But yeah, exactly. We're gonna have some stuff that we have to do.
Mm-hmm.
Then everything else will be like we want to do, and then we'll see how the day takes us. Mm-hmm. If we have a plan to go here and we see this cool ass thing over here. Detour.
Yep.
That's just how.
Maybe it doesn't take us. Maybe our detour doesn't take as long. We still get to do everything, but
yeah, we still do it.
Yeah,
but we'll throw it out there. Like I might have a few. Like now, the IKEA store is on the list.
Hey, I just told you it's on my list, so
which
done
worked
deal.
out anyway. So, and then while we do that, I know. Are you doing the Google Maps thing where you find a spot and you just? I'm doing the save Japan tourist. Say I made a folder for Japan.
Oh, really?
So Google Maps. I've got so what you do is when you're on your map,
mm-hmm.
and let's just say you put in the IKEA Shibuya
mm-hmm.
or whatever, when you go, you can slide over, just I guess finger from right to left. So slide left, and there's that little bookmark looking tab. Hit that for save, and you can put it in a folder. I created a folder that's just called Japanese or Japan tourist. So all the points that I want to see are in this folder. So if we happen to be someplace,
and you look at your map,
an hour. Yep, I'm like, oh, this is nearby. And we can go check that out. So that's why I've been doing it. So when you go through, you got time tomorrow, if you whatever you're doing, just go through what videos you're watching. That's what I did today. I'm sitting here watching videos with my phone app and the Google Map app. Like, oh, that looks cool. Do. Save Japan tourist. Wait to like, nah, not interested. Not interested. And like three to four things
mm-hmm.
each video, I was able to mark something.
Okay.
So when we do go to Shibuya Crossing and all that, I'm like, oh, by the way. This is over here. This is over here. The Mega Don Quixote store is over here. There's this place to eat over here.
We watched a video on that the other day.
Yeah.
Wife was like, "Yeah, we're going there."
That's happening. Yep, when we do Shibuya, and the thing is, because I'm marking these things, it'll be efficient. So it's like, okay, the next one's here, the next one's here, as we work our way walking towards Mega Don Quixote. So,
Okay,
so yeah, if you get a chance, start marking that. It's super easy to do. I was like, I saw somebody else doing that on a video I watched. I was like, oh, that's cool. I didn't realize you could do that. So I was just, just like, okay, mental note, I got to go to this park, like Uena, everything around Uena Park. So it's
everything.
Like, just like everything there. The park itself, all the street food around in the park, that's an easy one. And then I saw a video yesterday. There's like some island with there's a cat island. There's like a bunny island or something like that also. And then there's like a spot where just check out I tell you what's interesting. One of the things that I'm really not interested in, I'm not saying I'm not going to do it, but I'm not really interested in that. All the shrines.
If we go buy one, cool.
Yep.
I will check it out. But is it on my list? That one, the touristy one with that big ass paper lantern, maybe.
Oh yeah.
If I was to say we had to do one, it would be that one. Just because it's like the touristy, it's when you see on TV all the time. Like, oh, I've been there.
Oh yeah.
But no, I mean, I don't know.
But that's how it's. I think, and I was explaining this
while
earlier.
We're in Ueno, I mean, there's a bunch of shrines. We're like, oh, cool.
Oh,
check it out. Cool.
I mean, it's there.
Yeah,
I'm going to check it out because I'm there. But I'm not making a point. Oh, well, this is on. I need to go here and look at things.
No, not at all.
Yeah, I'm not.
No, yeah.
I think part of my problem that I was trying to explain to Ogre earlier was there are so many shrines. It kind of takes away the glory of it. If there was like this one shrine or 5 total and all, it's like, oh my god, I need to go to this. But there's like, oh, there's a shrine here, there's a shrine here. You go to the back alley, there's a shrine there, and it's like, oh, it's like, okay, well, if that's the case, then
they're everywhere. I mean,
if it's the 70-11 of touristy spots, then why am I going to buy? You know what I mean? It's like there's so many.
Yeah.
There's one. You turn around, like, oh, there's a shrine. Go down that alley, there's a shrine. I'm like, oh, okay,
yeah.
So it's like,
it's like
whatever.
Like I said, the big huge one, cool, but no, those are not super on my list. I want to see the museums. There's that it's like some technical park museum.
A team lab one?
Yeah. That one looks trippy as fuck, dude. With the lights. It was on my list. I'm not saying it's off my list, but it was higher up because Evie told me about it. I was like, oh, that looks pretty badass. Those little silver globe things that they had going. I'm like, that looks super sweet. And then me and old girl were looking at it, and she's like, part of that, you're standing in water, right? I'm like, oh, I'm out. When I was watching the video, I was like, I don't think Lou would do that. You got to take your shoes off and roll your pants up a little bit, and you got to walk through water.
You called it. I was like, well, so much for that.
I might not be on Lou's list anymore.
Unless I could skip that route. You know what I mean? If I can get away
I'll see you guys on the other side.
Right? It's like, hey, is there like a bridge or something that I can just go around?
Can I get some sloshers?
Can I leave? Right? Anybody? You got a ferryman? I got 100 yen coin, 500 yen coins. You got a ferry? Something?
Put the coins on your eyes.
Exactly. But yeah, once I was like, oh, because this was us watching the video. Literally, it was just, oh man, that place looks badass. Oh my god, blah 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 blah. You have to get in the water, right? You're stepping it. Like, wait, what? And that popped up. I'm like, oh,
it's probably clean water. Nope. It's not, it's not like the beach.
Until a bunch of people have all their damn toes up in it.
That's true.
You don't know what fungus they got. It's like, again, I'm not saying I won't do it. It's just less higher on my list now.
No, I'm gonna make you do it just so I can videotape your face all the time. You're like,
yeah, that disgust. I'm gonna look like Ice Cube the whole time. I'm sitting there walking through this water looking like this.
You'd be like, look, something just went by my leg.
Tucking in the water. But if we got to pick a time, because that one I think you do need reservations for.
It did seem like, the video I watched on
that
it,
one.
He's like, I picked the late reservation when nobody would be there. I was wrong.
Yeah, Evie said the same thing. So it's like I'm a fan of going later with less people and all that. But if we're going to do it, that's one thing we're going to have to.
Again, it's on the list. It's not a must do, right? I think Tuesday, Wednesday is going to be. Can we do it?
So free flowing on Tuesday.
Yeah, okay. Which do we take the train north? Are we going more east, more west?
I think you're right though. I think Tuesday would be a better day for that.
Right. Because
here's why. This is kind of a not say self-serving, but it's the Disney thing.
Mm-hmm.
If we do all that Tuesday, we can do some local stuff like Wednesday around
I was thinking that
whatever.
too. I was thinking that too.
And then if we want to go to Disney in the evening,
yeah, I was thinking that too. I'm like,
get an idea.
We should do the further travel. If like figure out where we're going. The furthest one needs to be on Tuesday, and then Wednesday, I want to stay near-ish because worst comes worst, we want to go to bed early-ish on Wednesday, so we get up early for Disney.
Rope drop. Yep.
So I'm like, if we're going somewhere far, that's Tuesday. Wednesday, we can stay Tokyo proper-ish.
Right. That could be the Shibuya stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Because like Ueno's like way north. Or like north of Tokyo.
Well, it's north. Actually, it's almost straight up to where we're staying at the hotel. Versus going in west for Shibuya, which is basically the other side. So like we're not doing those two the same day.
Yeah, exactly.
It's unlikely we're doing those the same day.
So
Wednesday makes more sense to do. Honestly, Tuesday going, and that's assuming we even bother. Like if we don't do the Bullet Train going north, the Cherry Blossoms going north, the Cat Island going north. If we don't do that, then we're likely going to be doing the Shibuya and all that, the stuff that's west Tokyo. And then Wednesday, we do the stuff that's northeast in Tokyo, like the Ueno on Wednesday. So that, I think the whether or not we want to do the Bullet Train and Cherry Blossoms and Cat Island, that will determine what will happen on the rest of Tuesday.
Like I said, submit it to the committee. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, exactly. We'll worry about it later. Yeah. But we just want to get an idea of like, okay, this is here, this is there. If we do the Bullet Train, like for example, if let's say Cat Island and all that stuff, if that's something we can get done in, I don't want to say a half day because I consider a half day like till 4 or 5 o'clock.
Exactly.
Like noon.
Yeah.
But if we get to early evening and be back, we can still hit the other places when we come back in town. But we just have to take the very first Bullet Train out to maximize our time. So I'm probably looking at that later this evening as well or tomorrow. I'll be at work half-ass paying attention. So my stuff for my meeting is already good to go. So I don't have to worry about that. So it'll be, there's nothing else on my calendar. So it'll be me checking out Japanese shit tonight and tomorrow at work.
Basically.
And I have no problem admitting that because that's what's going to happen. And then it's like, oh, here's what I found out. If we do the Bullet Train from here to here, we can get the Cat Island. While we're out there, we can see knock off 2 birds, 1 stone. We get the Cherry Blossoms while we're out there because we're going to be seeing those because the timing and blah, blah, blah. And then, we can be out there for a few hours. And then if we take the Bullet Train back, we're back in downtown Tokyo by 4 o'clock. I'm like, oh. Well, in that case, let's go to Shibuya after that. And then boom. And we knock them both out. So we'll see how it plays out.
We'll see.
And then again, that's Tuesday. So I don't know. Duke may not want to go with us because he has his flight that day. But if we're back in time, he might. He's like, oh, if you're planning on coming back at 4, my flight's not till 8 or whatever the time is. And then he may join us. So we'll see how that goes.
We'll see. Like I said, committee. We'll see what happens.
Oh, yeah. Throw it out there.
Tripping. So, we'll wrap it up. As I mentioned earlier, we'll be AI next week. It's only like 6 minutes. I didn't want to mess with it too much, but it's pretty funny what it spit out. So, and then after that, we will probably have a good month of reminiscing on this for content, honestly. So,
give y'all the heads up now.
Yep.
I mean, but between Japan, and then Celebration also.
Yeah.
So at least the Celebration will get you pop culture ones going. But
I'll be posting. I'll post our pictures to our Facebook, whatever pictures we take. Check out our Facebook, our Insta. You can keep up with us. Live vicariously.
Right through us.
Right through us.
Just the way Duke's food went through him.
He better be better by the time he shares a room with you. Put that motherfucker in the bathroom or something.
Oh my god. Thank you, bidet. He's gonna need it. I can't even talk, man. With my gallbladder issues, who knows how this food's gonna affect me? So there's so many food and so many dishes with the soft boiled and the egg is the one thing I know. Egg yolk, runny egg yolk, but I don't know soft because I've had ramen and no problem with the egg they put in the ramen. That soft boil, I'm good to go. So I think it's just the runny, so I'm going to avoid that the whole time. but you never know. Different
Never
food,
know.
different seasonings.
Yep.
So there's going to be a lot of wherever we go to eat, I'm going to be looking like, where's the bathroom? Okay, there it is. There it is. So, or Dokadesku, rather. So I know I'll have that down just to make sure my gallbladder doesn't mess with me while I'm.
It'll be fun.
Sweet.
I am looking forward to it, though. So
Yeah, it's going to be a blast. I can't wait.
All right. But you will not hear our voices for a while. Don't cry for us, Argentina.
Am I a Russian woman again? What am I this time?
Yeah, no, you're still the British chick, yeah.
Oh, the British chick.
Yeah.
That was good. I was like, I remember that, or German, whatever it was the first time.
We tried German. The accent was too thick.
I think it was German.
Yeah, so I switched it up. Yeah. I'm an Australian dude and Duke's black.
Yes. Sounds like a plan. I'll be listening to that. If all goes well, I'll be listening to that on my night bus to Osaka.
Yep. That one should post by then.
Oh my god. Too funny.
All right.
All right, matane.
Sayonara.